All right, I am going to do another Facebook Live because I'm going to try to get into these more. Uh, so if you are on live, that's great. You get a chance to get another safety consultant message. That's where I am right now to see if I could get you guys more business, more work. That's what I do. And if you hadn't had a chance, the safety consultant group is now open again. So I'm going to type that in and got my snowball here. That's what I've been using for my microphone. Every once in a while, I'll use my camera for my mic, but I've been using the snowball right now because I do like the quality. So HTTP, I'm typing this in, // So safetyconsultants.xyz. And once you go to the safety consultant page, I do have right now, and what I'll do, actually, I forget, I could share my screen. And so I'm going to do that if I could find how, and that gives other people a chance to log into at the same time. So click in, says post. Nope, I cannot do that. So I'm going to put the URL up. And with this URL, it's going to lead you to the safety consultant group. And through this group, you could get some one-on-one tips with myself, as well as got some blog posts, also have some downloads as well. So be prepared for some work. If you are going to be new to the safety consultant group, I want you to be ready. I want you to know that we're going to do some work together. Check your emails so that when I communicate, we can communicate back in as real time as possible. And then also what we'll end up doing is I'll do my best to make sure I get you set for your businesses and get you going. So right now for the group, I'm going to give you guys a tip. This is a mindset tip. And this is a mindset that I had to develop when I was becoming a safety consultant. And the mindset was, I am a professional. And therefore, you don't keep asking professionals to do things for free. For instance, I've got a great friend of mine that is an anesthesiologist. I probably said that wrong, but if I were to say, hey, bud, I've got a surgery coming up. Would you mind just going ahead and giving me that big free 99 cent discount for my anesthesiology? No one would actually even consider asking someone that. Same thing. So let's say you do have someone who is a professional in whatever field, law, something like that. You will have to pay retainers to get their advice. They will shy away from giving you advice because they are professionals. They may give you a few tips here and there, but it's always going to round back to, if you want to, you could call my office, talk to whoever, and then I will work with you to give you whatever you need legally. So the idea is, you are a professional. You shouldn't be giving away tips and information. You're going to always have people that are going to ask you about safety and health because they know what you do. And that's great. But if you're going to be a consultant, you can't give away information for free constantly. There's a place for that, and that place for that is when you are actually using that information so that you could build something. You're building a brand. Okay, then you could give away that information to build a brand. You're using that information now to help you get more clients. So again, give away some information there. If you're going to work with a safety counselor, you're going to work with someone else who can now benefit you. Again, that is a reason to give free information. You are going to be the professional that everyone is going to look for because you're the safety consultant. You start your business and you want to get your business vibrant and running, and you get whatever money you have saved in your business to get you started. You get your website, you get everything else going. That is costing you money. Every time you get a business card and you give your business card away, you just spent a percentage of whatever it costs for the business card, and that costs money. So people will naturally ask you questions just so that you could help them out, which is fine to help when you are going to get something in return. It's not selfish at all. It's just you protecting your business. You spent a lot of time, a lot of effort to get to where you are to be a business person. So your mindset should be that my time is worth something. I don't know what your value is. When I first started out as a safety consultant, I was doing $80 an hour. So if I were to break down a half hour's worth of someone sending me an email, hey, Sheldon, can you check on this? And then I go look through the email, and then I look up on the OSHA site, or I look here, or I look there. Quite honestly, that's an hour, half hour minimum that I could have been doing to grow my business. So every time someone asks you saying, hey, I've got this issue here at work, sure, you could listen, but you should be always going right back to, I am a professional. I have to be able to make money at what I do, or else you're not going to be doing this for long. So you could, my rule of thumb, especially with students that ask me, is if I could answer in one email, one thing, and it does not take me any research, and also it does not take me any additional time more than 15 minutes, then I am going to charge. And I'll let them know up front, say, hey, I appreciate you asking me. This is going to be more detailed than just a one answered question. So unfortunately, if you want to go further, I will have to bill you. Here is my rate. So I give them my current rate, and then we set it up that way, and I'll do an actual meeting. We'll do a call, whatever we need to do. But the mindset has to be, I am a professional just like any other professional out there, and you're not going to want to barter with your dentist, or you're going to talk to your dentist and say, hey, can you do my molars? I need some fillings here. And you're my buddy, so why don't you help me out with that? That's not how you make a business. You will go broke very fast, and you'll be out of work, and your spouse is going to regret that you took whatever time you're taking for you to build your business, because you keep giving away for free and keep giving it away for free. So in turn, you need to have the mindset that I'm a professional and build boundaries. Build those boundaries up for yourself and to protect your business, because in the future, that's how you're going to support your family solely. If you're starting off like I did, I started off a little bit at a time, and then I developed my business where I was working full time. So the mindset shift has to be, I'm a professional. Here's my dollars, my value for my time. And when that time value gets respected, you again will build your clientele. And it's okay. Not everyone's going to pay your hourly service or your half-hour service to help them out. That's fine. They'll find someone that will. And when the need comes, they know who to go to, because they'll know that I have a professional who is a friend that does this work, and I will come to them. So that is your mindset tip. It's really important that you reduce the amount of time that you spend for doing things for other people, because you are in the information service. Anybody that's in a consultant field, you are in an information service. The information you give are going to help people with written programs. The information that you give is going to help someone pass an audit from whatever regulatory agency. All that information that you give is going to help you. So I see Cindy. Hey, how are you? If you do have a question, go ahead and type it in. I'll answer questions while I'm at it too. So while you're typing, one of the things I am promoting out of this is definitely, if you are starting out, you're new at safety consulting, the safety consulting website is out there. So you could join that safety consulting website. And I even have it where right now I've got a $10 rate. So it's monthly. And what we do is make sure that you will get all the information that I use to help me get started. And I want to make your learning curve a lot lower than what I had. So help you get out of that. So if you get a chance, go to the Safety Consultant Mastermind group. That's what we're calling it. It's $50 a month. And $10 a month to kick the tires the first month to see if there's anything that you like out of it. So I do not see a question there, Cindy. So I'll go ahead with the little mindset before I end. I'm trying to keep all these within 10, 15 minutes max. Just listening. Oh, awesome. I'm glad that you're just listening. I really like to help out with that one. And if you are another mindset thing that I just thought about as we're talking here is I did feel kind of, they call it the imposter syndrome. And the imposter syndrome is, well, how can I tell somebody about this? Or when I first got started writing programs and checking programs before I got the title of subject matter expert, I would get these programs in and I knew the topic, I was working in the topic, but for some reason, I had this mindset of who am I to go ahead and be called the subject matter expert. It's a mindset thing. You just truly have to believe, especially if you've done it once, you've done it twice, you've been doing this in your field for a long time. You are the expert, especially for someone who's new at this. We've got safety officers coming in and out all the time, and now there's actually degrees for this. So these safety professionals that are coming out of school, they got great degrees, but they don't have the experience yet. So that's who you are. You are the person who has the experience, the knowledge. Even if you don't, you got the schooling for it. Yes, that's great. That's going to add to your experience and knowledge. So just go ahead, be confident in what you're doing. Be confident in your speaking engagements. You're the expert at that time for that hour you have people, or if you're speaking for them longer. Once that mindset goes into place that I am the professional, it will always carry down to I can't give free advice because first I need the money for my family and to support myself. And then second, what if you give advice to someone and it turns out that they didn't institute the advice the way you said? They blame you for giving them advice, even though you know for good and well that you didn't tell them to do exactly what they did. And now you're on the hook for liability for some reasons. That's why we have insurance, and we have to pay for those insurance. So keep giving out advice for free is going to hurt you if you don't protect yourself. So those are two good reasons. One is the mindset reason that you are the professional and you need to make money like everyone else. It's not a bad thing to do. And then number two, in case there is any liability, you have your insurance to protect you. And if they're not in the client relationship with you, then you're opening yourself up to any liability that falls. And I hope that doesn't happen to you, but I just want to make sure that you're aware of that. So those are some reasons why you shouldn't just keep jumping for advice and giving everyone advice, giving this one advice, giving that one advice, because you'll get used and you'll feel used, and then you'll get burnt out. And if you get burnt out, you're going to give up, and you can't give up because the big picture for what we do is people who can afford to have safety personnel will pick us to represent their company as well as help them through this. And what are we doing? We're helping save lives. We're helping keep people from getting injured. That is the root cause, or I should say the root of what we do when you boil everything down. That's how we got into what we got into. So that's my mindset tip. I'm going to try to do one of these a week. That's my goal. Eventually, as I get some information from you guys, meaning what days and times work best, I'll probably get a set day and a set time. And I'll be traveling for a little bit. I'll be in Texas for probably 3 weeks coming up. San Antonio for ASSE. If everybody in ASSE, come see me. I'm speaking the final day. I'll have my session posted in the site. So you go down the scroll, you can see exactly where I am posted. And then also be in Austin, Texas for a week. That one's vacation, not work. And then after Austin, I'm back in Houston for a good week, and that's working with clients there. And then also San Diego after Houston. So I'll be around. Hopefully, I can meet with some of you guys while I'm in these different towns, and it'd be wonderful to see everybody. So I have right almost to that 15-minute mark, so I got to my end. And thank you guys for listening, and I'll keep this up so you could revisit this mindset shift, and hopefully it can help you. Have a wonderful day and a great Memorial Day weekend for those of you in the U.S.